Anthony Grasso here, bringing you financial news you can use. In this video, we're going to go over the state of the stimulus check updates for December 16th, 2020 at 7 p.m. I got my sleeves rolled up and I got my necktie done. It's late, 7 p.m. I'm still working. You're probably still working. Let's get right into it. Okay, so Senator Mitch McConnell, the majority leader, he privately made the case to Republicans today for a stimulus deal that includes another round of direct payments to struggling Americans, suggesting that delivering such help could boost the party's hopes of hanging on to the majority in the Senate. If you guys don't know, that there is currently a Senate races going on in Georgia right now that will dictate who controls the Senate. Well, that's very important. So Mitch McConnell's like, we got to get a deal done. If we're going to hold on to the Senate, we got to go pass some stimulus checks, or it might hurt those two Senate races in January. So in a call Wednesday afternoon, Mr. McConnell said that Senators Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue, who are both facing that January runoffs that will determine which party controls the Senate, were getting hammered. So McConnell was like, we're getting hammered for Congress's failure to deliver more pandemic aid to struggling Americans, particularly the direct payments, the stimulus checks, that he did not want initially, that now he's going to include probably $600, $1,200. I did a video of that before, so a link above to see the other videos, and that enacting the measure could help them. I think it could, So the Kentucky Republican also emphasized that the package could be signed by President Trump. Yeah, President Trump wants stimulus checks to Americans. He wants unemployment aid. He wants it all. He would sign a lot of things that McConnell doesn't even agree with right now. So and President Trump has pushed for another round of stimulus checks and would help those devastated by the pandemic. So let's get our sleeves unrolled tonight, guys. Let's make a deal. Okay, so McConnell's comments came as congressional leaders closed in on an agreement on a coronavirus relief measure. So we knew that late night thing that they were talking about yesterday, and it's still still going on. They haven't came to an agreement as of yet, but and it's right now it stands at $900 billion. Is it going to go to $1 trillion? Probably will. All right, so they're racing to complete both the pandemic aid package and the catch-all federal spending measure before government funding lapses on Friday. So in an indication that a deal was imminent but not yet in hand, Mr. McConnell also warned senators prepared to remain in Washington through the weekend as lawmakers and aides finalize the details and write legislative text. So that's why they stayed up all night last night till midnight trying to get a deal done, because they're trying to push it to Friday. If it doesn't reach Friday, you're not going to have a spending bill. You're not going to have corona relief package until Monday or next week. So we might even be looking at Christmas, right before Christmas break at the 23rd. Maybe, who knows? Top Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill appeared to be nearing a compromise that would include both another round of stimulus checks, payments to Americans, and additional unemployment benefits. So, and that's what they're being hung up on. I thought that was an agreement before. Now, while the details were not yet final because there's no legislative text, I brought up in my previous videos on what the breakdown of the $748 billion plan. Check that link up above. The package were also expected by billions for vaccine distribution, support for schools and small businesses, but omit coronavirus liability protections long sought by Republicans, dedicated funding stream for state and local governments insisted on by Democrats. The two most contentious sticking points. Well, now those two sticking points, now there's 4 sticking points, because now you have, government aid, that's 1. You have the liability protections, that 2. Now they're arguing more about how much the unemployment is, which 3. And now they're arguing about the stimulus checks again. We've been through this for 7 months. So, as I said before, the Senator John Thune of South Dakota, number 2 Republican, he told reporters today, I told you that in the previous video, that the direct payments will most likely be around $600, $700 per person, but half the size of the checks included in the $2.2 trillion stimulus law that enacted in March, which is the HEROES Act. Or the CARES Act. The HEROES Act wasn't passed, but the CARES Act. So right now we're going to do our best to get the $1,200. So they're arguing back and forth right now, but it's a good start. How many times have we been here that said it's a good start? We're negotiating, and all of a sudden negotiations cease. We've been there before. That's why I got my tie loosened up. You know, got to breathe here. So, and that's what Bernie Sanders said. So he said, we're going to do our best to get the $1,200 checks, who joined forces with Senator Josh Hawley, which is the Republican of Missouri, to lobby for the inclusion of the payments. So Bernie's kind of angry right now. You know, Bernie's going Bernie. He's feeling the burn right now. He wants those $1,200 checks. All right, now Senator Ron Paul, Republican of Kentucky, and one of the most fiercest opponents of government spending, he is one of those. He said on Wednesday that he will make a point to let people know that they're giving away money they don't have, but won't object to the time that it takes to do this. So, I mean, come on. Negotiators were still haggling over an expansion and extension of unemployment benefits and how long it would last. They were also discussing reinstituting federal supplemental job payments, which provided $600 per week until the lapse over the summer. You know, we lost all that money since summer, and we had a little reprieve with President Trump when he pumped in a little bit of money to help the unemployed out, and then through executive action, and then nothing happened after that. So. With the inclusion of another round of stimulus checks, there was some discussion that leaders would also cut the duration of the enhanced jobless payments in order to keep the measure overall cost below $1 trillion. So what does this all mean? I think the sticking point is $1 trillion. Okay, but they already agreed at 1.9 before the election. So they're trying to stick to a $1 trillion plan. When before the election they were playing politicking, and the White House agreed President Trump would have signed the bill for $1.9 trillion, and I've explained it in my videos before. So, wow. So the state of the stimulus negotiations right now is they're still talking. So there's not a lot of noise going on tonight and later on this afternoon. Everybody's being quiet on it. They're just hunched up in their rooms writing legislative text, and they're probably going to meet tomorrow and then meet Friday. But tomorrow, it's Thursday, so they're probably going to be pushing Thursday tomorrow. So stay tuned for those updates. I'm going to give you those updates as they come in. Hopefully, there's going to be a lot of news. Hopefully, they have an agreement. But it doesn't look good when they say, hey, we might have to stick here till the end of the weekend. I mean, like I said before, they're children on a playground, I mean, come on, just get a deal done. So if you like this video, smash that like button down below. And the bobblehead right in the middle screen, that's my head. You can subscribe right there. So stay tuned to the next videos. I give you your updates on stimulus, student loan forgiveness, anything market news related. I'm going to be doing stock market investing, real estate investing. Stay on board with me, folks. Ciao.